Today we're going to be flying into the heart of Mexico City to shoot 10 interview videos for a major brand. But here's the catch. We have 5 days to prep and no microphone. On top of this, we only have a budget of $350 to buy a new mic, or we won't have enough money for our flights. The contract is signed, time's ticking, there is no room for error. I need a new mic and I need it now because the entire project depends on it. So I searched Amazon for the most reliable and professional microphone system that I could get my hands on. Not only that, I needed this mic to have a long battery life, record internally in 32-bit flow, and be easy to use. So I found the Rode Wireless Pro for $334 and the Saramonic Ultra for $299. Both great microphones within budget, but neither of these would arrive in time for my flight. Now you're probably wondering to yourself, why in the world would I say yes to recording interviews for a Fortune 500 client if I don't have a mic?
So here's the thing. I usually use a Rode Link wireless microphone system. It's a bit of a mouthful, but I've been using that for many years. And I left it in Canada. So I needed a reliable microphone system, and that's when I found the DJI Mic 2. I will mention this video is not sponsored by DJI. I purchased these microphones. I'll tell you more about it as to why. Let's get started. All right, so let's do an unboxing or an unpackaging of the DJI Mic 2. So this is a really nice pouch that it comes in.
So even though we haven't fully put it to the test yet, you can already tell that it's been designed for easy, quick and go, like grab and go and use.
Inside of the pouch, you have this case here. There's a button here that we can push and reveals what's inside. The receiver, we also have the microphone itself. This is what they look like. Next, you have an on and off button there. You have a pairing button there. And then the other side, you have a record button. You also have a USB-C plug. Here's the receiver. On this end, it has a full chew attachment for the camera, which is nice. Power button, USB-C port at the back. The charging port for the case. It has audio out. This can go directly into the camera, and a headphone out for monitoring the audio. It also has this wheel. It has a really nice haptic, not haptic, but like it's got some it clicks, it feels nice. And it's also a button that we can push in. And inside of the pouch, we also have some wind filters, or dead cats as we call them. Wow, this is really cool. So peeling it back, you can see it's very well designed.
I'm not gonna lie, I was skeptical. The first few videos that I recorded on my phone did not sound good, but at this point, there was no turning back. 90 minutes later, we touched down in Mexico City.
We made it.
With less than 12 hours before we shoot the first interview, we still have to grab lunch, check into the Airbnb, and test out the DJI Mic 2 on our cameras, because tomorrow, I have to make sure the audio is perfect.
Day 1.
Today we're shooting for another big name brand to add to our portfolio, which we're really excited about.
And we're going to be doing some photography. We're going to do an event video. We're going to do a whole bunch of interviews and day in the life of the company culture.
Let's go get it.
As we drove into our client's office, we were reminded of how beautiful Mexico City really is and how much traffic there is. We arrived to a brand new office building in the heart of Coyoacan, found a room to set up our equipment, and started our day. We were asked to film the first of the interviews. For this, I'm going to be using the DJI as both my backup recorder and the main wireless system, plugging the lavalier mic into the DJI transmitter and plugging the receiver right into my Sony a7 III as a backup to sync the audio. Throughout the shoot, I am monitoring audio levels, the clarity, and the consistency of the audio. It gave me a lot of confidence knowing I had internal 32-bit recording as a backup. I also ended up using the safety channel feature that records at a slightly lower level just in case. The mic sounded amazing and never failed. No dropouts, no weird compression. After 8 hours of shooting, the day finally came to an end and it was time to back up our footage. So I am backing up my footage. You can actually hook up a USB-C directly here and plug it straight into the computer. And let's make sure that we have the clips. Check this out.
For my 4 years career, I started off being a trainer here in Mexico City, moved up to become a trainer.
That sounds really good. The audio backed up flawlessly and the gear was packed, and with a burrito in hand, day 1 was in the bag.
Day 3, Mexico City. Day 2 of the production. They're opening up this new office space, like here in Mexico. It's like brand new offices, new everything. That's what we're here to capture. Jess is going to be in charge of photos. As always, I'm going to be, well, you're also going to be helping me out, but I'm going to be doing some interviews. We have three interviews plus 1 day in the life. But anyways, Uber's about to get here. And let's head over to the office.
Today's schedule is even tighter. This time, we're shooting in a large conference room. And although we were in a sound insulated room, the microphones are so sensitive that I was able to pick up the air conditioning. Thankfully, with a single push of a button, I enabled the noise canceling mode, which eliminates this interference. I still haven't charged the microphones, and they're running on the same charge from before leaving from Puerto Vallarta. I have to say, after 2 days of using this microphone, I am very happy with the results. The audio quality is crisp. It sounds amazing straight out of the microphone.
All right, so it's a wrap for
Day 2.
Day 2. As a recap, today Jazz shot
The celebration event.
which they're having a party there right now. It's pretty crazy. We shot four employee spotlights or 4 interviews. And then tomorrow, it's going to be a pretty full-on day. We're going to be shooting a mock-up hiring event and 5 day in the life voiceovers with B-roll. So it's going to be full-on tomorrow when it comes to video on the video side. But check it out.
Yeah,
A bomb exploded here.
Day 3 started early. We grabbed our gear, left the Airbnb, and headed straight into the office.
Day 3 and the final day of our production here in Mexico City. And today we're going to be putting the DJI Mic 2s to the ultimate test because we're going to be doing 5 voiceover videos. And I'm really relying on these microphones to give me exceptional audio quality because when you do voiceover videos, you're really relying on the quality of the audio, the feeling that, you know, the depth, the dynamic range of somebody's voice to really drive, you know, that essence of what a day in the life of one of these employees is at the office.
How poetic.
We were on our feet all day, bouncing between floors with a heavy camera rig. My back was feeling it by the end, but it was one of those days where everything just kept moving along beautifully. A lot of setups, a lot of energy, a lot of moments that reminded me why I love doing this. I love how we get to help people communicate their passion with our God-given gift of content creation. This is why we love working with entrepreneurs and small businesses. We give them a voice and help them be heard. Anyhow, shooting for a Fortune 500 company gives me great perspective into how to run a great business. A strong mission, a solid team, and a reason to show up for yourself and your customers. And by the end of the day, I honestly felt like we belonged there. But just before we got tempted to hand in our resume, we wrapped up, backed up all the footage and audio, and after that, we needed a break. So we did what anyone would do in Mexico City. We went to a lucha libre. It was our first one, totally chaotic, super fun, and honestly, a perfect way to wrap up a wild week. After using the DJI Mic 2 on a real shoot, I can honestly say that it's a microphone that I can trust, and I will definitely be keeping this in my kit. The audio quality is solid, and the voices came through clear even in the toughest environments. And the 32-bit float was especially helpful. It gave me extra flexibility in post, just in case I peaked any of the audio. In terms of build quality, I have no complaints. It feels professional and it's designed very well. The accessories like the charging case, the adapters, and the dead cat make the whole setup super easy and flexible. And the only part that didn't go smoothly was when I was connecting it with the Bluetooth to my phone. The built-in camera app doesn't recognize the Bluetooth microphone, so I had to download the Rode Reporter app to get it working for video. Also, the audio I captured on the plane wasn't great, but that could have been my mistake. I was literally figuring this thing out at 38,000 feet on my way to the production. So I'll take some of the blame for that. But overall, this mic is really solid. It's reliable and it's really easy to use, especially for professional projects with many moving parts. And just so you know, every voiceover in this video was recorded using this microphone. If you're building your personal brand, have a passion for creating content, or just want to improve your audio and video quality, that's what this channel is all about. Social media growth, real world gear reviews, and the behind the scenes of making it all work. So if that sounds like something that you're into, feel free to subscribe. We drop new videos every single week, and I will see you in the next video.